Hi guys, so today I am here to share with you some of the projects I was working on. Um, so I make a lot of scrapbook albums, and always I end up with some scrapped pieces, which are lying around, and I really don't know what to do with this. So they could be the chipboards, the cardstock, and everything. So I was feeling very bad because I didn't want to just throw them away, and I really wanted to utilize them in some way. So I came up with this idea of making this beautiful frames. They are easy to make, and you just have to use your scrap chipboards and cardstock to make this, and some of the embellishments you can make using your dies. So they are very simple. They are just like this. So you can just put them on stand, or you can directly use within your scrapbook album, mini album, anywhere you can use them. So they are like this. So what I have done, I just used whatever leftover pieces were there, and made this. So I'll definitely going to show you what exactly I have done to make this frames. So let's just get started. So for this, whatever scrapbook pieces I had of the chipboards, I have used them. So what I have done is I cut them into a square shape. So this one is 4 by 4, and it was really very small piece, and definitely you cannot use this to make any album. So what I have done is I made a square piece, and then I scored them at 1 inch, sorry, not inches, at each side like this. So my scale, it's the height of my scale is 1 inch, so I can directly go ahead and use it like this. I don't have to mark anywhere, but if you don't have, then definitely you can just go ahead and mark at 1 inches at each side, and then make this lines by connecting the dots. And then I cut this rectangle piece, which you see in the middle. So it's like this. So this is my and this one is 4 by 6. Definitely it was really very small piece, so I had to make it 4 by 6. So this is done, and then you can take any of your pattern paper. I am using this book, which is Jan Filled Pebbles. You can use your scrapbook paper, anything is fine. What I'm gonna do is let me just get started with the red one. I'm going to use paper. Okay, so what I have done is, since this is 4 by 4, I'm going to cut my paper 1 inch bigger than this frame. So let me just cut this piece here first. Okay, bring my paper trimmer, and then since this is 4 by 4, I'll be cutting my paper at 5 by 5. Like this. Then you grab your glue and make sure which side you want to expose. I want to hide this pencil mark, so I'll be using this side on top of this paper. I'm going to get my craft glue out and start applying it like this. use my paper cutting mat as a reference to make straight line, and put my frame on top of it like this. Just press it down properly, turn around, and I'm just going to repeat the process. Okay, so once you are satisfied with your sticking of the frame, start cutting the edges. So I'm going to follow the same technique what we use when we do the binding of our scrapbook album. I'm going to cut this things here, I mean the corners, like this. I'm going to repeat this for all the remaining corners. You can use your scissors if you're comfortable with this. Since it's a small thing, I can just directly go and cut with this knife. Okay, so I'm done with this. Then I am going to apply glue on this paper, and I'm going to fold them up and stick like this. Last one is done. Just press it down properly. This. Okay, so once done, I want to do the inner part of the frame. So for that, I am going to use my ruler again, and I'm going to match the corners from this angle to this angle and make a cut, and repeat the process here on this side. So it will cut my paper like this, and I just want to make sure that I have cut my corners properly, because I'm going to fold my paper there. So once done, I am going to use my glue and start with one of the triangles and try to press it down like this. And just quickly finish this up. Is perfectly fine, and I have my corners done properly, so it will look something like this. Pretty, isn't it? Okay, so now two things. You know, if you want to use this directly on another paper cards or album, then you don't have to stick anything at the back because it will just directly go on that. But if you want to use this frame on a stand, on a display, then definitely you want to cover the background of this frame. So we'll do that. Before that, let's just start with decorating this frame. And I'm very excited to show you some of the dies I have got from AliExpress, and I have tried to use them on this frame. So let me just quickly show you the frames which I am planning to use. And I'm going to cut my white cardstock with this. So I have planned to use this die here, and this I got from AliExpress. I'll share the link of this die in the description box below. So let's just get started and cut this. And I'm using my Scissors Big Shot machine to cut my paper. I want to use this the white cardstock because it will have this contrast effect on my frame. I'll start with my die. And so these are in opposite direction. So one goes like this, another goes like this. So I have got one. Let me just cut the other one. Since my cardstock is very thick, I prefer to let it roll 2-3 times before my final take out of the cut pieces. Very pretty. Okay, so here I am with my 2 pieces of die cut, and I am planning to use them here like this. Okay, before that I want something to go here, and for that I am going to use another beautiful die from AliExpress, and it is like this. So it has this ribbon, and then this bow piece. It goes like this, but I'm just going to use this piece here. And then I am going to use this bow die which I got from AliExpress. And don't worry guys, I'm definitely going to put my definitely going to put the links to each and every die in the description box below. And then this is a set of 3 different size bow. One is this, one is this, and one is this. So I'm going to use the middle one, and I am not going to use the remaining parts. So let me just put this back. Okay, so I have decided that I want to make white bow here, but not just plain white. I have one sparkling white paper. I'll show you in a minute. So it is like something like this. It has this shining effect. So let me just grab my machine and cut this white piece with this die here. I'm just going to run this, and since this paper is also very thick, I am going to run it 2-3 times. And you can use the tool you get to remove the cut pieces from die. I don't have, so I'm just going to use whatever tool is available with me. Oh, it just broke like this. Let me just do it again. I broke my cut. It's very quick to remove it. Let me just do it a bit gently. I definitely need to buy that tool. I'm just planning since long, but never execute my plan. Okay, here we go. So this piece I'm going to use, and on top of it, if you can see here, I have used the bow. So for that, again, I may use